let's walk down history lane.
You can.
I'm thinking, it seems Afenifere is constantly in crisis.
Afenifere is dynamic.
It is not changing, it's losing its values. Look at this. Let's go back to the Bola Ige time. Bola Ige was arrested by the Abacha government. At the death of Abacha, he came out of detention. And I learned in detention he had a revelation that Awolowo appeared to him in prison, telling him to lead Yoruba nation out of Nigeria. I also learned he called some news editors to a private meeting where he revealed that appearance of Awo to him. I learned he also took that message to the caucus of Afenifere, telling them that Awo appeared to him in a trance. And Awo came with the message of Oduduwa. Then some leaders interpreted it to say, what is this saying? Why is he always claiming the position of Awo? First, you know about the story I'm talking about, right?
Go on.
I am done with my narration,
Okay.
so I want you to come in now.
Papa, Bola Ige was arrested in Ibadan here and taken to Makurdi prison, where he was sharing a room with one of our colleagues, Mr. Kunle Ajibade, who is still a director of the news. Yes, Shibola came back from prison saying that he had a dream encounter with Papa Awolowo. Now let me situate that position. When Abacha came, and Afenifere also came, and we have been holding meetings. In 1995, a meeting was held here in Ibadan at the Premier Hotel. And we said at that meeting, there was a communique at that meeting that we wanted restructuring. We wanted a return to regional government. And there are many people written about that. And when Bola Ige came back from prison, he said we needed to work hard on this regional government. So we had a caucus here meeting in Ibadan, in which Bola Ige was the chairman, and I was privileged to be the secretary. So that meeting agreed on the restructuring of Nigeria along regional lines. Fortunately for us, General Abacha, as bad as he was, his constitutional conference has already recognized what he called the 6 geopolitical zones. And we believe that was really good enough to start from. So Chief Ige said, the person who can do this thing best for us was Chief Attorney Inoru. Chief Attorney Inoru should be invited from abroad to come and lead the campaign so that if he's president, he'll be able to restructure Nigeria along regional lines.
If he becomes president?
Yes.
All right.
And I went to the US and I met Chief Inoru.
You were one of the young persons who were in love with Bola Ige, right?
Yes.
All right.
And yes.
Look, I saw your name in the list. Go on, sir.
So, and one of our leaders, I believe, Professor Wole Soyinka, also met with Chief Inoru. Chief Inoru was not happy with his colleagues. He said what the politician did was wrong. That they should agree on the constitution first before they agree on the transition, not the other way around. There was no constitution at that time. He said, how can you agree on transition without the constitution? So, to quote him, he said, I cannot see any light ahead of the tunnel. So, he refused to return to come and contest for the presidency. And it was after his refusal that Bola Ige decided that he will contest. Luckily for us, the Metropolitan Club in Lagos invited him to come and deliver a lecture. So it was in that lecture that he made the declaration that he will be running for presidency.
Were you one of the editors in the meeting that Uncle Bola called when he returned from prison?
I was closer to Uncle Bola than that.
But were you in that meeting?
No, I was not in that meeting. But we have already discussed it in the caucus.
So he told you about that dream?
Yes, it was a dream.
And was he ready to fulfill that mission?
If he had been president in 1999, I think he would have not to take Yoruba out of Nigeria, no, but to create a regional government. And I believe even now that where we are, if the kind of problem we have in the country, a regional arrangement will be better for this country.
We'll come to that.
Yes.
I'm still on the Bola Ige story. When he revealed that dream to leaders of Afenifere, what happened?
After Chief Inoru said he would not run for presidency, Bola Ige decided to run. And it was part of at that time there was a lot of movement for the formation of political parties.
Yes.
Senator Adeson has appointed him and some other leaders to consult other leaders across the country to form political parties. And Bola Ige was going around. But before that time, a meeting was held in Kaduna, attended by Chief Bola Ige and some of the other leaders across the country. It was at that meeting Bola Ige told his colleagues that he would like to be presidential candidate of the alliance of the new party.
That is with a meeting with the G34?
No, this was after the G34 meeting gave birth to the PDP.
Yes.
In which Bola Ige participated.
And he also pulled out?
Because that was the instruction from Abraham Adesanya.
Was it true that it was clear at that time that some northern forces, led by Abubakar Rimi, wanted Falai to be the presidential candidate of the PDP, not Bola Ige? So for that reason, Bola Ige engineered the pulling out of the Yoruba caucus from the party.
Let me tell you, the withdrawal of Bola Ige and his team was as on the instruction of Baba Abraham Adesanya. There was no doubt about it. Look, unfortunately, Baba Adesanya is late now. Baba Ademajo was fully involved in that, and Shifalai, the two of them are still alive, so they can give better insight into that. But that was what happened.
Then from G34 to APP.
APP was supposed to be the real party. But some people whom our leaders thoroughly disagree with came in to join APP.
People like Shinkafi?
No. Shinkafi was very close to our leadership. They were close.
Mm.
They like Shinkafi. People in Yoruba land came to join APP, and the leadership of Afenifere didn't like that, and they decided that those who collaborated with Abacha should not be in the leadership.
But at that point, Bola Ige was already making headway. I learned they've already been discussion between Bola Ige and Shinkafi.
I don't know whether you can say it was making it, but let me tell you a story.